Yesterday was a free Comic Con in my city, Montreal. They call it a mini Comic Con, so it's a smaller version. It's free to go, but man, there was a lot of sellers still. Montreal is a beautiful city when it comes to art. I forgot to put the music on. Here we go. Yeah, baby. And so yeah, this is just background music. Free from Riot Games. If you ever need free music for your streams or whatever, Riot Games is where it's at. So yeah, I got a bunch of art stuff I will show you. That's what this is all about. Got some incredible pieces. I literally bought the best piece I have ever gotten at a con, and it's anyway, it's huge. I have a small story with it. But yeah, this is like the background here. Yes, there's a lot of movie posters, but see this poster, this Ghibli poster right here. I got it at a con for like, man, $10. It's insane. It's one of the best posters I've ever had. Same thing with the art down here. I got Kingdom Hearts. I got Mario. I got Vivi as a cat. All of these were from Comic Con, and literally in front of me and behind me, there is, without joke, at least 100 pieces of fan art, which has cost me at this point over $1,000. But usually that's where I spend my money, is on wall prints, because you know, why have blank walls or paint my walls when I could literally cover them with everything I love? And yeah, I'm here to show them to you. So here we go. Without further ado, let's start with some prints. Here you go, the smallest one I have. This is cost me $5. This is the cat, the main character from Night in the Woods. Night in the Woods is a fantastic indie game. It's very storytelling based. It's one of the rare games I've played 3 times, 10 hours each. It's pretty crazy because it's a dense game. Come back home from college, you failed at college, you hang out with your old friends, you reconnect with your family, reconnect with your small town of like, you know, a few 100 people, you know, like a very small village. Amazing stuff. Moving on. I was very happy to see that because Night in the Woods art is hard to see. Speaking of which, here is 2B from Nier Automata. My third, possibly, it's hard to nail down, right? But this right now, off the cuff, third best video game of all time, in my opinion. Incredible storytelling. Post-apocalyptic world where there's only robots and androids left. And it's surprisingly about humanity. I love this piece of art because usually her right eye is covered. But she chose to show it. And yeah, just shows her humanity, you know what I mean? You can see a lot in those eyes. Moving on, we got Ellie from The Last of Us. Love me some Ellie, love me some Last of Us. The TV show is going on right now. Season 2 has been greenlit. The reviews for people who have seen the full season are incredible. Not only that, but the reviews of every episode, like episode 3 that just came out, are unparalleled. We're talking 10 out of 10s, masterpiece television. It's everything we dreamed of coming from an adaptation of a highly acclaimed game, emphasis on storytelling. Cannot put The Last of Us over enough. I got Carnage, baby. Carnage. I love his design. I love how malleable it is. I love that he's a psychopath. I love everything about the character. He's one of my favorite villains, period. You know, you thought Venom was bad, and then he goes onto a literal killer, serial killer psychopath, and you end up with Carnage. Venom 2, the movie, one of my underrated classics of like comic book films. People don't like that movie. I love it to death. Venom 2, Let There Be Carnage, is everything I wanted it to be. Woody Harrelson plays Carnage, incredible stuff. But yeah, you know, like a good Carnage piece, a good Carnage piece, I will always jump on because, dear Lord, you know what I mean? Sickening character. Okay, next we got Amethyst from Steven Universe, shiny one by the way. Amethyst can shapeshift into anything, pretty much anything. And she's one of my favorite characters. But point is, Steven Universe, my favorite TV show of all time. And I'm not kidding. We're talking number one. Number one, it might be beat one day, you know what I mean? But it's hard for me to fathom it, considering it literally made me a better person. It gave me everything. There's 6 seasons or 5 seasons. And then they had an epilogue series called Future. They jump forward in time. And there's never been an epilogue season of anything, ever. It's very surprising. It's very unique. And for that, I respect it big time. I got 4 cards from this guy who was there selling these squares of characters, so they're very small. So you got Joker from Persona 5, my favorite video game of all time. We have the main character from Howl's Moving Castle. Sorry if I don't remember her name right off the cuff. She starts out as a young girl, gets cursed, and is given the appearance of an old woman. And this is, I won't tell you what, but yeah, this is the culmination, so to speak. Same thing, Ghibli. This is Kiki's delivery service. This is Kiki herself with her familiar cat. She's a witch. Goes into a city on her own. Probably my favorite Ghibli movie, which is a big statement. Everybody has their own favorite. This is mine. Very low-key, very nice. Finally, you have Killua. Killua from Hunter x Hunter. Great anime, you know what I mean? Not one of my top, you know, maybe top 10, but this character is cool because he's like just death killer, you know what I mean? Death killer, and he's like, he looks like a 6-year-old. So yeah, it's like dichotomy. So I like those 4 little squares. All of these squares were like anime based, so I jumped on the ones I recognized, but the artist had like a lot. Speaking of which, another incredible piece from Studio Ghibli. Ooh, Princess Mononoke, baby. It's her with the wolf mother and or like sister, anyway, in the background. And the funny thing about this piece is the corner, one of the corners, you can't even see it on camera. Like even if I showed you, there you go. See that the slightest of damages? She was like, I'm taking $5 off because of the damages. I'm like, what are you talking about? This is easily worth $20. Like easy. Come on now. And she would not take that for an answer. She took the $5 off. She was with her husband. Her husband was like, what are you talking about? Like, take the extra 5. We need the extra 5. But no, she wouldn't let it happen. So I got it for 15. Incredible stuff. Moving on. We're not even close to being done, baby. We're just getting started. Speaking of which, this is a big one. This is a big one. We're talking Smash Brothers, baby. Literally every single character in Smash in one gigantic piece. It's incredible because it features every single character. So this, I gotta get up close. Give me a sec, it'll fix itself. Come on, camera. Come on, baby. Give it to me. It shall fix itself. Give it a sec. Give it a sec. Damn, it's not doing it. Anyway. So yeah, I'll go slowly. But yeah, I love how Bayonetta just doesn't care. You know, she's just posing. A few of them are posing, but most of them are, you know, vying for that smash ball. Okay, we go. Going down. Okay, we're almost at the midway point. Going down like this. Man, I love Infinivore. It looks awesome on this piece. Samus, love me some Samus. Jigglypuff is like closer than most people. Okay, you got some Pichu. You know, and didn't forget Pichu. You know it's thorough when they literally got Pichu in there. Dark Samus, Ridley all the way in the corner. The character from ARMS, Yoga Fit Trainer, King DDD. Bring it on, baby. Anyway, they're all on there. They're all incredible. Yeah, it's just an incredible piece. You know what I mean? Hell yeah. That's like one of those where the bigger it is, the better. Just because it's so detailed, it's so filled with characters. The more you look, the more you see. I love these types of pieces. And from the same artist, we have 2 more. We have this gorgeous, and I do mean gorgeous, piece of Howl's Moving Castle. Howl's Moving Castle, second place for Ghibli favorite film. Anyway, the important thing here is Calcifer. My man Calcifer, the little flame. If a piece of art has Calcifer, that's buying. I'm buying it, period. There is no way I'm passing that up. So yeah, just incredibly sweet. You know what I mean? So beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, the last piece from this artist, we have Avatar: The Last Airbender. We got the entire crew here. Hell yeah, saving the world and shit. All 4 elements. You even got Apu. Is it Apu? Anyway, they're flying on. But I like that it features every character, and they're all shiny and beautiful and awesome piece. Hell yeah. I already got a few pieces from this guy, and I'll keep buying more every time I see him, you know? Speaking of which, my favorite artist of this small Comic-Con, by far. So I looked through his stuff. There was 4 piles. I looked through 3. There was a guy who blocked me from the 4th, but it looked like a Star Wars pile, so I did not even look because I have a story about this later on. But the one I did pick up the first time was this incredible Joker piece. Heath Ledger's Joker. It's the only one that I kept in the plastic, even if I was like showing it to you guys, just because there's only 10. It's like number 9 out of 10. Didn't want to ruin it for anybody. But yeah, just like, holy crap. It's like shiny. And it's a piece like, you've seen this before. You've seen this image. But the rendition of it is just like uncanny. Uncanny. Incredible stuff. But the most expensive, by the way. This cost me 40. Usually they're 20. But yeah, I couldn't be happier, really. And like I said, he gave me my favorite piece of them all, which is the last one I'll show you. Let's do a quick change here. I bought a keychain. I needed a keychain. I literally needed one. So anyway, they were selling keychains. So I got the cat bus from My Neighbor Totoro. Crap. Come on, baby. Wait, if I go like that close, will it fix? No. Oh, there it is. There it is. Man, you know what? I wish I had that Smash Brothers because it would be fixed. But yeah, you know, it's a perfect shape, perfect cat. And even without the context of knowing that it's the cat bus, like it's still just a great cat. You know, it's a cool cat thing. They were selling these cards, these trading cards for like Star Trek and random shows, Battlestar Galactica, Lost. for $5 each. He had like a full deck of trading cards, and one of them caught my eye. And both sides, you could not see what it was because all you could see was this Bone. Bone is a series of comic books by Jeff Smith. I knew what Bone is. If you know what Bone is, Bone has some of the best comic book art of all time. So in my head, I'm like, holy crap, this might be every single card is a piece of art from the book. And I was right, baby. So I will show you some of my favorites. Let's make sure the camera is focused. Come on, baby. But this was like the best find. You know what I mean? Like, you'll find knickknacks and smaller stuff. There we go, baby. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Perfect. So here we go. This one, just like him finding him a weird bug. You got the grandmother just coming off a badass battle. Gotta love that. She's awesome. She's badass. Okay, so you got this bad boy. Just love the creature designs of these villains. They always try to eat them. It's really good. Here we go. We got the dragon. Just a blowing fire in that guy's face. Hell yeah. Okay. There we go. Got him eating cheese, taking the shape. Gotta love it. By the way, Bone, incredible comic. Doesn't even need to be said. Got this guy. Like the villains on the right, they're always chasing him. Then they meet just a bigger version of him. You know what I mean? When a predator meets a bigger predator. Of course, just a incredible comedic shot. Very Looney Tunes-esque. Great stuff. Two more. Grandma running. It's just grandma running. Literally, just grandma running. Come on now. Gotta respect it. Oh, two more now. Same thing. Just her running with the cows. It's the Great Cow Race. And she's running with them. Finally, this. It's all three of them. The three main characters with the creature running after them. Just a good shot. You know what I mean? This is Bone. Highly recommend it. So I'm extremely happy I got those cards. And another one that is weird. I got these little characters. They come back and front. I got three of them. They come with a stand, but you can stick them on your wall. But usually you're supposed to have them like a statue. Let me show you. So I got Chloe from Life is Strange, as you just saw. I got Garrus from Mass Effect. See, so now it's on the stand. It just fell off. But essentially, it's magnets on their feet. You just stick it in there. Boom. So then, yeah. So I got Garrus. I got Bakugo from My Hero. I just love the design on this. He looks fucking badass with the gloves. And it's crazy because he had like almost every character ever. I was pretty shocked. Like whatever you can imagine within geek culture, he had. And just to showcase, like Bakugo from anime, Garrus from video games, and Chloe from video games as well. But it's like a teenage girl, you know what I mean? You wouldn't expect it. So yeah, I got those three. Okay, I got these guys. I love these things where they just glue them together. Sleeping Kirby. I've had a Sleeping Kirby before, but it didn't have the sleep balloons. So love it. Love me some Sleeping Kirby. I thought I had more. I have a Shy Guy on the fridge. It's just a Shy Guy classic. And like I told you, if I see a Calcifer, I have to buy it. This is Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle. Just love his expression. Cannot deny it's him. You know what I mean? If you know it, you know it. Howl's Moving Castle. Cannot recommend it enough. Hello, viewer. I'm showing off my art from Comic-Con. Keeps going. You have no idea. There's so much beautiful things to see. So there's this artist that does cat-based art. There's one right behind me that has the light flashing on it. They take a character you love and make it catified. This one is the only one that isn't catified. It's the Chocobo from Final Fantasy, and it just represents the whole franchise. You know what I mean? You see this, you're like, okay, it's all Final Fantasies. So I got three from her. That's the first one. I got this one, which is just beautiful. It's just a wolf from Okami. This is just a nice piece. You know what I mean? There's nothing crazy about it. It's just beautiful. So yeah, that's Amaterasu is her name. And finally, this one is special. Like I said, cat versions of popular characters. Boom, baby. Cat version of the Titan from Attack on Titan. Incredible stuff. Let me see. There you go. Look at her. Look at her overbearing over these like tiny characters. And the characters also are cat versions of like Levi and the hunters that are sent to kill the Titans. Attack on Titan, #1 anime. It should be finishing this year. Part 1's coming out soon of the final season. Cannot wait. But yeah, Attack on Titan. Now's the time to jump into it if you haven't. Trust me, you will not be disappointed. This. They have these artists that do amalgamations of comic book art, literally from comic books, and put them together. Usually, like, you know, if it's a Captain America thing, they'll put like a bunch of different versions of him with like his sidekicks, the shield, etc., etc. This one is Thor. So you have Loki, you have Thor himself, you have Lady Thor up here, up top. You got, the ice giants, you got Odin. But the only reason I bought this because it has one of my secret favorite characters of all time, which is Throg, which is a frog that is worthy. So he has like a tiny version of the hammer, but he has Thor's powers. But he is just an earth frog. Throg, look him up, love him to death. Okay, so now I have the first of these 3D arts. I got 3 of them. Oh my god, look on the camera, it's awesome because you can literally see the shift. So this one's from Sonic. It could be 2, yeah, it's Sonic 2. It's the poster for Sonic 1 and Sonic 2 put together on one cool 3D piece of art. Sonic 1 gave it a 10, Sonic 2 gave it a 9. I love these movies. Jim Carrey, this is his final role, period. Like, he announced his retirement. He'll probably come back, the big truck of money, you know what I mean? But still, the fact that his last role, so to speak, as of now, is Sonic, tells a lot about the character, how much he cares about it, and it's a good one to finish on, seriously. Dr. Robotnik, you know what I mean? He went all out. This is the second one of the 3D printed ones. This one I love because it's Demon Slayer. Of course, one of the most popular anime right now. So you got the main character. Oh, give me a sec. Right here. Boom. Okay, main character. You got his friend who's a coward. He's known as a coward, and then when shit hits the fan, he literally becomes like OP. And then you got the third one who's like an insane guy with a bullhead mask, who's like all about combat, all about like going in, guns blazing, doesn't give a shit, doesn't think, very dumb, but very stoic, you know? Yeah, you got all 3. Yeah, I just love the shift. Let me do it here. Hell yeah, love these 3D printed ones. There were 3 for 50, and I'll be honest, like I wanted to buy for $100, but I had a budget, so I had to make a choice. So there you go. I got a third one coming. These next 2 are simple posters, cost me $5 each. I got good old Deku from My Hero Academia. My Hero and Attack on Titan are fighting to be my favorite anime of all time as they come close to their finish. Just love the main character. Hell yeah. These are more simple, so I'll be quick. There you go, another poster. As you can see, they're flimsy, you know what I mean? Like, I already got like one corner that's chipped. This is Levi from Attack on Titan. He's the most badass character. He's literally the, you know, like, OP, like he's the best. Like, simply, that's his character. He's not deep, he's not layered, but he's the best. That's all you need. Levi, Attack on Titan. Okay, new artist from, I got Star-Lord, baby. Star-Lord, incredibly well drawn. Just like a cool Star-Lord piece, you know what I mean? The pose, the feel of it, he's like in the flow, he's in movement. It's just sick. This is a smaller one because I stopped at this guy's stall to get this. Another thing I will always buy anytime I see this, that is Chadwick Boseman. Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther, just a sick piece, you know what I mean? Gotta remember, I'll never forget. He's very important to me in a small way, you know. I didn't know him, but I watched a lot of his stuff. I know what he represents, and he's one of the good ones. We must always celebrate the good ones because they're few and far between, you know. Here we go, new artists. I got 3 from this one, masterpieces, all 3 of them. Here we go. We're starting with Avatar, baby. Avatar: The Last Airbender. Got most of them. You got Toph down below, best blind earthbender on Earth. You got the 3 sisters. You got Katara and her brother. Up top, you got the fire characters. Of course, Aang. And who's that here? Okay, you got some of the villains here. Anyway, but yeah, you got all of them, you know? It's just a cool piece from a cool artist. Hell yeah, that's the first one. Next 2. Here we got a Princess Mononoke mashup. So it's food related. So yeah, they put them in a freaking soup pot. Again, beautiful piece. Got all the characters. It just looks amazing. Hell yeah. These are like that's what it is. It's the eye test. You know what I mean? You go there, that's it. Something will just grab your eye. Yes, it's usually something you know, but man, when it hits, it hits. Speaking of which, extremely rare, same artist. A Yuri on Ice piece of art. Yuri on Ice is I wouldn't say gay, but it's you know, it's about gay figure skaters in Japan. And the thing that's beautiful about this show, Born to Make History, that's in the theme song and, you know, the main theme of the show, is that figure skating, when you think of animation, how do you animate figure skating? It's essentially dancing on skates. So the animation for this show is some of the best animation that I've ever seen on anything, because they have to do the full choreography and animate it hand by hand in 2D for this anime. So it's incredible. Yuri on Ice, 12 episodes. Cannot recommend it enough. It has nothing to do with you know what I mean? It's forward thinking. Like, it's good that Japan has this show, period. My last 3D poster, this one is Heroes Base. So yeah, here you go. It's all cinematic heroes. So you got Wolverine, Captain America, Superman, Hulk. And we move. There it goes. You got Arrow, the OG in a way, Thor, Fantastic Four, and Flash. And then finally, wait, give me a sec, the other side. Oh, here we go. You got Iron Man, Batman, Spider-Man, probably the OG3. The most important, so to speak. But hell yeah, it's just like an amalgamations of all the posters. And I love me some superhero media. It's kind of funny because the Superman here is like not from the movie, it's like from a weird video game. But yeah, hell yeah, 3D posters, you know what I mean? Cool stuff. There's this girl that had this Jack Skellington. She did not have it, she like ran out of them. So I looked through her stuff and she did not have this up. But yeah, she got a cool Rocket Raccoon. And she's clearly not an artist who like loves to draw like superhero stuff. So for her to be inspired by a raccoon was kind of funny to me. And he's the most like realistic looking. It's like she literally started by drawing a raccoon and had to like figure out the whole face thing and suit and gun later. But yeah, Rocket Raccoon, hell yeah. I always love it. I'm almost done here. More small stuff. I got an Amaterasu from Okami. I love these things. Not as much as the Caliper one, but hell yeah. And a Comic-Con doesn't mean you just get geeky stuff, you know? Sometimes you just have like great artists having weird things. So I bought this poster. That is all... Is it upside down? No, we're good. The jellyfish from the sea. So you got like all the different types of jellyfish. I love jellyfish because to me they're like aliens, straight up. Like if you were to tell me that they came on some weird meteorite 10,000 years ago, I would believe you. Because there's no other creature on Earth that remotely looks like this. Like the closest is an octopus, but even then, like where's the brain? Where's the mouth? Where's the anything? Like, you know what I mean? Does it think? Does it feel? Is it alive? I don't know. Creepy. So, and I love the oceans, so why not? And yeah, it's just a nice poster, man. Just a nice thing. This is it. The final piece of art. By the way, I got chat up. You don't see it because you just see me. Let's say what up. But this is it. This is, I got the Joker piece, which I showed you earlier. Sorry if you didn't see it. Just an incredible Joker piece. And I saw him while he was walking the con, and I stopped him. I'm like, because he had a bunch of pieces of black legends. So real black people, like the singer Prince. You had like, man, I'm blanking on him right now. But, I don't know, Morgan Freeman. And Chadwick, again, huge inspiration. Very important. And I stopped him at the con. And first of all, I gave him a fist bump. I'm like, bro, I love your art. You're the best one this year. You're the best artist I've seen this whole show. And I told him, like, you should do a Chadwick piece. He's like, what are you talking about? I got one. Like, what do you mean? I have one. And I'm like, what? I will go and get it. And get it, I did. This might get me emotional because it's that good. Anyway, here we go. This is Chadwick Boseman. I kept it in the plastic. I took out all the other ones. But, you know, he's one of the good ones. This might even go behind me forever. Like, it's not really about Black Panther. It's about the man and, you know, good ones, when they exist, no one will ever say anything bad about them, ever. While they live, when they die, that's just who they are, you know what I mean? They help culture, and in his case, he helped black culture. He brought multiple real-life people to life in films. So you got Thurgood, which is like a classic black lawyer. You have Get On Up, which is, get on up, James. Anyway, you know what I mean? He's a, you know, black legend artist. And he did Black Panther, of course, and he did Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, which was a jazz musician, and he sacrificed his body because he had cancer, and he chose to film these final few films, including Black Panther, which is why he is not that fit in that film. If you rewatch the first one, you will see he could be more built. Other superheroes are much bigger. The reason he could not get that big was because he was battling cancer at the same time. He made a choice to deliver us these stories instead of fighting, which is the craziest of choices, because he knew what it meant. And now we have Black Panther 2, which is a celebration and grieving together about him, because that's how big he is. So yeah, Chadwick Boseman, we'll never forget him. Great guy, great piece of art, couldn't be happier. And that's it, baby. Comic-Con, can't recommend it enough, at the very least, just to feel the vibes, you know, it's your people. Everybody has different tastes. I love wall prints. If you love bags, if you love clothes, if you love statues, whatever you like, there will be something there for you to buy. Yeah, it's a consumer paradise, so to speak. But man, like you'll see cosplay, you'll see all your peeps, whatever you love, it will be represented. There's so many things that I wish were there. Like I've been watching Paddington recently, my favorite movie of all time, Paddington 2. Possibly the greatest movie of all time, objectively. And I have yet to find a Paddington piece of art. But I will, you know what I mean? That's the beauty of it. whatever game you love, whatever film you love, whatever series you love, it is there, and it is beautifully represented by somebody who loves it as much as you do, so much so that they create a piece of art out of it, and want to create a living creating things that make us feel that way. You know, they create the fan art so that they can sell it at a Comic-Con, so that they can make money and live off that passion. The same way I'm trying to live off my passion by doing what I'm doing right now. You know what I mean? So yeah, Comic-Con. Cannot recommend enough. From Chadwick to keychains, upside down, to freaking trading cards. Hell yeah. To other stuff, posters, etc., etc. Everything that's on my wall. That's how it goes. So until next time, well, we'll talk more movies. Oscars are coming up. I got to talk about a lot about movies. The best of 2022, the best of January 2023. I saw Megan, you know. So there's a lot to talk about. A lot of classics I've seen, and that's coming very, very soon. And I'm talking like, you know, today, tomorrow. So keep checking out the channel. Alex Stories live streams on YouTube. Yes, Alex Stories on Twitch. I will always keep these back in the backlog. So if you miss something, you can check it out later on. Put it at like 1.5 speed. I don't care. Get through it. I will never waste my time. I will never waste your time. And I make sure that every stream is quality content. The same way my walls are quality content at all times, because I have hundreds of these and I spend thousands on these beautiful things because of the things I love. The more things you love, the happier you will be. Until next time, love and respect.